Look, I'm an actor now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You've done two.
I've done two performances in a row. Yeah. I don't think any actors ever managed that.
No.
Because also I had to do
impressive.
dress rehearsal. So it's really 3 dress rehearsal, and then we ran it in the afternoon before the show.
It's
so it's
amazing
4, really.
you're able to sit in this chair.
Yeah, I'm quite tired. I might have a little nap later.
Yeah. Will you do the one tomorrow? Or
I might do it.
Yeah,
I might
see how you feel.
do it. I mean, I have to sit behind a desk for most
you
of the
get
time.
to sit, do you?
I make me sit down. So
imagine sitting during your production.
So how many performances of Operation Mincemeat have you managed to do?
I simply can't bear to count them, but I do think it's somewhere near 1,000.
Right.
I think it's nearly 1,000.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And we want you to do another one tonight.
Yeah.
I'll play all the other parts.
We're going to end with a song. Smell the
Yeah, so do you have any advice on that? Because I'm worried I won't get to
after
next
2.
After 2, I won't get to.
What's my advice after 2? Just get on with it.
Yeah,
probably.
get on with it.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
I think unfortunately, I've definitely become the person now, because it was like a lot of my friends are comedians and they go to the Fringe and like that, and I've become like, you know, when you're doing DIY and your dad comes in and he's like, oh, shelves, is it? Ugh. I could tell you a few stories about shelves. And I've become that person, but for performance. I've been like, 30? 30 shows? Oh, my God. It's nothing. It's a piece of piss.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but even watching one of, and the worst thing that happens when you do acting, the worst thing that anyone can say to you at the end of an acting job is, how do you remember all those lines?
Yes.
So that's the worst thing they do, because it's sort of like, that's all I've got to say. But after watching Operation Mincemeat, how do they fucking do all that dancing and then do it again the next night? Which is, presumably one of the hard things about it.
It is one. To be fair, all the singing and the dancing and remembering it is one of the hard things about performing Operation Mincemeat. Yeah, I think the hardest thing about it, genuinely,
I have to say, it was also quite good as well.
Sure, awesome, thank you.
but that would be my first thought.
We're trying to sell tickets here, so yeah, that'd be great. No, we're not. It's fine. And. No, I think the hardest thing for sure was the repetition of the thing.
Yeah.
As you know now from doing 2. You've done it twice.
It's boring, isn't it? Because you know what's happening.
Yeah, you've done it once. What do you need to do again? But yeah, I think I definitely. So I did it for a year in the West End. For those if only you don't know, I did it for it's Operation Mincemeat. Did it for a year in the West End, and then I just did it for a year on Broadway. And I think I definitely had a mental breakdown. I feel like I can talk about that now because I'm not there anymore, and it's fine. But like in a kind of fun way, I went to my first ever therapy session.
Wow.
Mental health, guys, it matters. And I was just like, when I was on Broadway, we'd done it for about 7 months, and I was like, I can't remember any of the lines anymore. it's because it's like when you zoom into a sponge.
Yeah, I do.
When you zoom into a sponge.
I often do that.
Yeah, but those videos where it's like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Although you would start small.
You come out.
Yeah, you come out. This is not a good analogy. But imagine you zooming into a sponge. And by the time you get to the molecules of the sponge, the idea of the sponge is long past. Okay. You know what
I do.
You've done 2 shows. You know what I'm talking about.
I've done 2 shows. I know what you're talking about.
And I got to a point where I was walking on stage and I'm just being like, I am inside the sponge. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I'm going. And actually, we were talking about this backstage. The songs were always fine. Once the music starts, you're like, great, we're on the railroad, it's fine. But the scenes, and also because my castmates know me so well, and I was the worst for this for sure. There's only 5 of us in it, but we know each other a very long time. And my scene partner, my friend Dave, could just look at me and be like, she's not even there. And I'd be like, we're in a war, Charles. Got to do something about this bloody war. And then we did do something about it, and it was fine. But no, I went to this therapist, this like Broadway therapist. What's good about Broadway is they have a thing for everything.
Yeah.
It's like you don't just go to a therapist. It's like Broadway anxiety performance specialist, which makes you feel very exciting. So I went there, I was like, I don't know my lines anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't do it anymore. And he was like, first of all, yes, you can. It's Broadway. Which actually, it sounds like shit advice, but actually it was actually quite helpful. It was like the equivalent of sort of like just across the face. And then he was like, what do you think the actual problem is? This isn't a very funny story.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
You were very funny about the turkey, so that's...
Yeah, we sort of banked some stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
We banked some stuff there. And so I'll do this, it'll be quite a quick bit that isn't very funny. But it's about therapy, and that's funny in its own way, isn't it? Anyway, so I was at this...
They like it when it gets serious. That's Stephen Fry saying he wanted to kill himself and stuff. That was great for the podcast.
I get compared to him quite a lot.
So if you can...
in many ways.
You couldn't make it as bad as
make
possible.
It part of that, yeah. He was like, "What is it? What's your problem? What do you think about what's wrong with it?" And I think I was like, "I just don't know that I have anything left. Like, I've done it so many times. I feel like I've explored every possible thing, and I feel like I've got nothing left to give. Like, I feel like I'm not going out there and like giving anything new, and I'm just I'm running on empty." And he was like, "Right. So would you say that you have nothing left to learn?" And I was like, "I don't think I do have anything left to learn." And he was like, "Well, you see, a true actor, as someone who's master of this craft, there's always something left to learn."
Right.
And again, you have to understand, at this point, I'm mental. So I'm saying it here to you now, and it sounds like nothing. But to me, I was like, gong sound. There is always something left to learn. And he was like, so if you positioned yourself as like the master of this craft, there's nothing left to learn. You're like that guy in the Groundhog Day where he's gone... He's electrocuted himself every possible time, Bill Murray. But you're not that. You're not Bill Murray. Stop coming in here saying you're Bill Murray. Another problem I had. But actually, if you position yourself as a student, if you think to yourself, well, the people who do this day in, day out, year after year, they don't go mental. They don't kind of take all their clothes off and run down the street being like, I can't do my show anymore. They find a way to make it new. And so he was like, I just think if you position yourself as a student and think to yourself, what you think this is like a barren desert, but actually it's a lush field, you will go in and you think, okay, actually, there's still always something left to learn, and you can go in and find new stuff. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really changed things for me. So I did my one session, and I said to him, I can't wait to come back. Thank you so much. And I never saw him.
That was enough.
That was the end. One was enough.
I mean, if he said it to me, I go, God, I haven't even got anything else to learn. This is terrible. No, this made it much worse. It's I can understand from doing, obviously I do stand-up shows, which I'll do multiple times, sometimes a couple of 100 times, never 1,000 times, I don't think. And it so well that I often get like, I've got an internal voice that's trying to then start trying to sabotage me.
Yeah, just to screw
so
you up.
So it sounds, what if you forget how to breathe now?
What if you just shit yourself?
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting older,
so
that is a
people saw the
possibility.
show where I did that, so it's absolutely fine.
It's a definite possibility.
It's so fun. No, that's the thing. You have to train your brain to not work.
Yes.
Which obviously is fine. But you have to, because the second that when you're on stage and you start thinking, what if I don't know it?
Yeah.
You definitely don't. Whereas if you don't let yourself get to that point, then actually everything's fine. But it's a very strange job.
It is.
It's a really weird job.
But then look, this is such a success. And the thing I did think when I saw it is just like it's such an. So I saw. I think like you'll get the opening night at when you did the West End, or at least the press night or whatever. It's such an unusual idea for a musical,
yes.
And it's such an unusual way to cover it. I knew a little bit about. I think I'd probably read the book. Was the film out before, or
no?
The film came out? The film's not good.
Oh well, I couldn't comment on that.
They've taken out all the songs.
Yeah. They've taken all the songs. We tried to tell them.
Everyone's their own gender.
It's very songs.
It's very confusing.
No, we found out that there was going to be a film on the day of our first preview ever. We found out that I remember the thing with this thing came up with John Madden buys the rights to Operation Mincemeat, being like, fucking hell, we're never going to get anywhere now. But it was too late by that point. We had the show and we did it. But actually, in the end, I don't think it really mattered.
I mean, they're so different.
They're so different,
and the film isn't good.
I can't comment on
the film isn't. The book's good. I love Ben McIntyre wrote it. And he's done the podcast before. He's fantastic. And it's such an incredible
story. It's a really funny story. Yes, that's why I couldn't believe that they managed to make it into a drama, because it's so stupid. I actually came to it because I read, the character that I play, Ewan Montague, wrote a book called The Man Who Never Was, about basically how he was the coolest man who ever lived. And he had single-handedly won a war. And I was just like, this guy's hilarious. This is so funny. And then I read the official account, and it's yes, he was a small cog. Very big machine. And he just went around spelling everyone's names wrong, bashing down doors. And I was just like, this is so funny. Also, it's that's still, the posh lads are still bashing down, spelling everyone's name wrong, and that's quite funny. So we thought we'd build it around that, but then it turns out they just cast Colin Firth. Colin Firth and Stephen Fry, those are my two that I get all the time.
I have to admit, Colin Firth I didn't find at all sexy. Worryingly, I found Ewan Montague quite something happened within me. It awakened something in me, and
many such cases.
There is no there isn't anything else out there for that apart from Operation Mincemeat. If you get into a woman dressed as a posh man being arrogant, you look up that on Pornhub. There's nothing. So I've got that. That's all I've got.
Listen, it's good to know I've still got a different career ahead of me. If this acting thing doesn't fall out.
But I've found.
I like that you were so apologetic with that. I think it was objectively just quite a nice thing to say to me.
I don't know if it is. My wife's in the audience. Now she's going, why are you making me dress up in that 1940s suit?
I've also just realised as well, I've sort of cosplayed as myself.
Yeah. I just crossed my legs a little bit.
Sorry.
I wish. But that element of it is, again, it's sort of you're immediately, the minute you're watching, you think, oh, it's Operation Mincemeat, this is going to be about World War II, and you're presented with, it's a gender fluid cast,
fluid flips,
and it's that immediately that sort of strikes you. What was that a decision to you make? I want to know. It would be great to find out what you and Montague would make of that. I don't know if you could think of. I mean, I don't think you would like it.
I think he'd like any version of him where he was being sexually attractive.
Maybe.
And also, I think, back down. He's come out fine.